over there. I don't know if he's comfortable with me like telling people this, but he's got like just a ton of nutcrackers. I didn't even know that about him.
Dude, it's so funny because he's like my dad. My dad loves nutcrackers. Like, this man loves nutcrackers.
It's so strange.
No, like they're actually really cool.
I know.
They're really
enjoy
cool.
it. I was laughing the whole time while him and his mom and his sister we were like going through all the ones like, what the fuck is this nutcracker? And they're all broken.
You were there for that?
Yeah, dude, I was there. What's up? Welcome. This is going to be the first ever KRSPO podcast for today, which is, if my phone will open up, December 30th. So
the 30th.
Almost the New Year.
The last day of the year, right? Tomorrow is New Year's.
Yeah, and I have Jolly Green in the studio with me.
What's up?
Yeah,
Jolly Green in the house.
We've been working together on a couple different things as of late, and we usually just talk for the first 20 or so minutes when he shows up. So I figured we might as well record it.
Dude,
but anyway, so you were just telling me when you showed up.
Yeah, I was just telling me that my group Palm Pact, we went to Iberian Rooster, which is this restaurant downtown St. Pete, and they have like an open mic night. And what's really cool is you go into the restaurant, right, and then they have like this big staircase that leads down, like one floor down, and it's
like a speakeasy.
Yeah, dude, it's like total speakeasy vibes down there. And yeah, so the guys, they performed they had like 3 open slots in a row. So it was Eric, and then it was Ken that performed his songs, and then Ryan. And so we got Bomber in there too. So all 4 guys got to perform. It was almost like a Palm Pact live set, basically.
That's what I was gonna say. I was thinking like they would put you guys all on the same card, and you guys would kind of all have to like fight for who's going to get to do something for that 5 minutes. So that's awesome. You guys got to play like 15 minutes then? Something like that?
I mean, it was like, because I filmed the whole thing and I just did a video before I got here. It was like 30 minutes.
Damn. So that was just like an improv.
It was like a fucking,
free Palm Pact
live set at open mic night. You know,
that's awesome. Rooster, so. Oh, yeah, I wish I would have known. I would have totally came out.
Dude, yeah. But it goes on every Tuesday now.
So you guys are gonna try to do that kind of like regularly?
Probably, yeah. Make it like a little mini series because I want to film them performing.
Yeah, you should, and then songs like promote them a little bit.
Yeah,
try to get some people in
there.
Exactly.
So,
what was the turnout like?
So I mean, it was a, it wasn't like a huge turnout, but there was a good amount of people there. I would say most of the people there were probably the performers. But there was still a few people here and there that would kind of come and go. Yeah. Just watchers.
Yeah, so. I've gone to that open mic before. It's like
you've been there.
It's hit or miss. Sometimes it's like I've seen it pretty packed though.
No, it can be packed, but
obviously with all the craziness going on.
Well, yeah, I mean they're just we had to do the masks and that kind of shit, and people don't really social distance. I feel like they just have to say it.
They
just
say
because legally maybe they have to say it,
Yeah, I've been kind of going out more and more these last few weeks, and I went to the Emerald a couple weeks ago, and there's all these rules. They're like, if you're standing up and not sitting in a bar seat, you have to have a mask on. Yeah. But then if you're ordering at the bar, you don't have to have one. And I feel like with stuff like that, so much people are just they'll order and then they just never put the mask back on.
They don't even really care because a lot of times I see people half and half. It's some people are wearing masks the whole time. Some people take it off, and then they put it back on, and then some people just not at all. You know? So
yeah, I've been kind of the mask thing has been weird for me because at first I was very much very scared and
you were concerned.
But yeah, very concerned because I didn't know what the corona thing was, and then after a little bit happened, I felt like maybe I even had it. Then I was like, fuck it, I don't need one. And then now I've kind of gone back to like, okay, I'll wear it to be respectful for the other people. But then at the end of the day, like, I was, at the bar, that I was just telling you about, the Emerald, and
Mm,
I was sitting at the, sitting there, and I just, I took the mask off, and I didn't need to have it on.
yeah.
So I just never put it on for the rest of the night. And I got up a few times, but like, it's like you have a couple drinks, you start talking with people, you don't think about it. Or at least I wasn't thinking about it anymore
No, no,
until
you
somebody would
forget.
get yelled at. Like somebody would come in off the street and they get yelled at, and I'd be like, oh shit, okay, yeah, next time I get up, I should put it on. But then,
Oh, by like the staff or something?
yeah, they were like, the staff was a little bit, like they were kind of aggressive about it, and there was even like a dude that like
Oh, damn.
was like, all right, I'm gonna leave, and then everyone was like, okay, fine, leave, whatever. So it's like depending on where you go though, because I went to the Benz, and at the Benz is like no one says anything. Like some people do have masks, some people don't, but like I didn't hear anybody say anything. None of the bartenders or anything.
Yeah,
So.
the vibe is different everywhere you go. Like
Yeah.
every place has
And like the show that
different
I went to with you guys, I
rules.
didn't hear anybody say anything either.
No, no. I mean, there really wasn't like anybody that was like, "Hey," like, because I most of the time last night I was like, I just had my mask just like dangling from my ear, like how a lot of people just dangle it from one ear. I
Yeah.
didn't even have it on really like fully. So
At the Iberian.
yeah,
Yeah.
because but I wanted to have it accessible just in case somebody wanted me to put it on. But nobody said shit to me, so I was just like, yeah,
You
this
know.
is. I feel like this is so pointless because, like, if they're not going to really force people to do it, then how are you really ensuring people are safe according to your standards?
Yeah.
I don't think there's really much need for concern, but that's my opinion.
Yeah, man. And it's I know people on like all different sides of it, and I'm
Yeah.
really like open to just hearing everybody's opinion, but like the thing is at the end of the day, if it's not killing that many people, it's killing, I don't know what the percentage is, like 1 or 2%.
It's such a small percent.
Yeah, and it's like if you're really at risk, just you are the one that needs to be very precautious. But I don't think we need to shut everything else down and do all these other things. Obviously, we're a year into this now almost, so we've had time to. I've gone through like full on different waves of how I feel about it over the last year, and
Yeah, definitely.
another thing is like, man, it's like crazy because before this, everyone was like cracking down on like straws and utensils and stuff, and
Yeah,
then.
it's always
Dude,
something.
what about all these masks that are now like going to be in the environment now? No, I haven't heard
Dude,
anybody
I
talk
see
about
masks
that.
just like laying around.
I see them all the time.
sometimes,
Yeah.
and it's just like it's so disgusting. It's like
It's always
just,
on
but it's
somebody's
just
mouth.
it's just
Somebody's
another
coughing
piece
into
of
that.
trash that somebody left behind.
Yeah. And they have metal and plastic, and so no one's talking about that. And also, I haven't heard anyone talk about like doing yoga or eating healthy or not going to like McDonald's or like no one said anything about that. It's like put your fucking mask on, do what we tell you to do.
Yeah,
But
because they want you to keep going to McDonald's. They want you to keep buying the shit,
yeah,
you know?
they want you
Keep
to live
consuming.
a shitty lifestyle, but also wear your mask.
Like you see, like they kept pushing the commercials like, well, restaurants are closed for dine-in and takeout, but delivery or
Yeah,
or whatever,
still eat the
you can still
food.
do takeout, I
Still eat
guess,
the
maybe,
food.
but but delivery for
Restaurants have been
sure.
hit hard too, man.
Dude, really hard.
And it's crazy because it's like McDonald's hasn't been hit hard. But like if you talk to
No,
like
they're
somebody that
fine.
owns a local business, I met this dude who was a private chef, and he's like, yeah, like luckily I had like savings because I haven't been working at all this whole.
Yeah, that's no, it sucks for the entrepreneurs and the small businesses because they they don't have like huge like just all this money and all this stuff to rely on, and
Yeah.
and it's like, and what's crazy is like our own government is literally like spending so much like millions and just giving it off to like just on other things that seem like really not as important right now, and really we
Yeah.
should be focused on like what the hell's going on here. And I just I don't understand how we get treated like we're not even really that important to them. It's almost like they've got like way like bigger priorities,
Yeah.
and that's why it doesn't matter if the small businesses are suffering. It doesn't really matter if they get relief or anything like that because at the end of the day, they don't care about
Those
us,
aren't
the
the
small
people that are
guys.
paying the politicians.
No, man. We're
McDonald's.
literally paying their fucking salary.
Yeah. And well, McDonald's, they give them money through lobbyists, or Walmart. They have all these lobbyists.
Dude, yeah.
Your local burger joint doesn't have any
The
lobbyists.
fucking CEOs and
Yeah.
shit, they get all fucking kinds of money, but then we
Yeah.
at the bottom, we just get like the scraps basically. It's just the scraps.
It's crazy. You see the division. It's like there used to be and like I was born in the '90s, so like it was already kind of happening a lot when I was born. But in the 60s and 70s, you saw there was like we had like a real thriving middle class. And I only know this from looking like, because I'm big into history, but we had like a thriving middle class back then. And since then, we've moved away from like a gold standard. We've moved to like all these new things that kind of like, it almost makes it so it's like just our shit just keeps on getting more and more corrupt and more just like muddy. Like it used to be very pure. Like you made money, you fucking got, paid it, and your dollars actually like literally were linked to like gold. It was like,
yeah, dude. But
now it went first to
inflation's just gone up.
Inflation's
and it's
insane,
keep going.
but it went first they I forgot what it was before, but they stopped doing the gold standard, and now I just recently learned about it. Now we're on the thing. It's called a petrodollar. So our money is basically all based on oil, which is why
and oil prices fluctuate,
and oil and everything about it's like. That's why now we're spending all this money in like Sudan and all these places. Dude. Is because there's a shitload of oil over there, and our money's linked to it. So
yeah, dude, everything was fine when we had the gold standard, but now it's the fucking petrodollar. And I feel like they don't really like teach you like the ramifications, and then like also the Federal Reserve. That wasn't always a thing.
That's
but
not
now
even a federal bank.
No, it's a privately owned institution, bro. And dude, the fucking Rothschilds,
land. It's not
these
even
bankers, these wealthy bankers, basically own our fucking country. We are in debt to them, right? Yeah. Dude, and it's crazy, because the national debt just keeps rising. Of course, it's gonna rise, with, every year because they're gonna keep coming up with more fucking spending shit, for just all this money, billions and billions of dollars for shit that's not even important.
No, it's mostly just giving politicians, they spend money so that they can get money in return. Like they send money. It's like just like this whole it's a money laundering essentially. I'll give you like 10,000, and then you give me 8,000, and then between the
money, but it's accepted. It's like that's what you do.
So fun.
Yeah.
So I don't want the whole podcast to be about this, but
I still think this was good to talk about.
No, oh yeah, it's part of life, and I talk to people all the time with fuck politics. But it's like you can't avoid politics. That's in your life. That it affects your daily, everywhere you go. You go to buy something, that's politics. Like your money, everything.
Yeah,
if your money isn't worth anything,
if
your money isn't worth anything, then you're kind of fucked. It doesn't matter how much you ignore it. You can't ignore it at that point. So definitely want to talk about it. But I want to talk about some music stuff with you too.
All right, yeah.
I don't want to spend the whole time, but I figure we only.
I'm always into this kind of stuff too. Yeah, so we can talk about whatever.
We'll go wherever. So you guys, let's talk about little Palm Pack stuff. I'm sorry I kind of messed up your introduction. I didn't really mention anything about your music stuff. So Jolly Green, he's you're the main producer in Palm Pack.
Yeah,
I'd say, yeah, definitely the most senior.
Well, the main engineer, and I do produce
for sure the main engineer.
Some beats for them, but yeah, definitely.
Because you guys have a couple people that produce. Bomber produces, Ryan produces. Anybody else?
Ryan has been producing more lately, and his stuff's he's getting good. So I'm just telling him keep doing the beats, man. Just keep doing it.
Yeah, because you do other stuff too. Not only are you pretty much do all the engineering, all the mixing and stuff, but you also you do all.
Sometimes we get Kame on. They'll go to Kame on because he's got his own studio in his place where I can record the guys at my place, but Kame on has he's got a nice setup.
So I don't know if you know, but I was in the Mira classes with him throughout. With
Kame on?
With Kame on.
Dude, that's so dope, man.
Yeah, so me and him we just never really ever worked together, but we always kind of we always kind of vibed off each other. We're always it's always been chill between us, but we never got together. So hopefully now 2021 we'll
it's funny. I actually met Kame on through what was it? This my old friend Vince. He was showing me this video. He's like, yo, this guy Kame on, he makes beats or whatever. And he was telling me about it. He's like, yo, you should work with him.
Yeah.
And I didn't do it immediately, but then later I was like, I've been seeing this shit on Instagram. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna look it up because I followed him after I saw the video. It was Where My Lighter. That was their song, UAC.
That's a dope track.
Yeah, dude.
That's one of my favorite tracks that they've ever done.
Yep.
It's such a good one.
It's so catchy,
It really is.
And so since then,
shout out to Kame on, man. That was it.
That's what started it all, man. So.
And dude, he is one of the most consistent people. Since we both graduated the Mirror thing together, and before the Mirror thing, I was friends with him on Instagram, all the social stuff. And I remember he was kind of like me, never really post anything. Every once in a while you'd see him. but like since we both graduated, like dude, he's been like so consistent. And
No,
like,
I think he
I'm
really
trying to get on
committed
that level
staying
because
that
it's
consistent. Just like almost, it's like I don't even know, like multiple times a week he's dropping like beats.
yeah,
Putting
constantly
videos and
dropping
shit on
beats with
social media and
videos and
whatnot.
stuff.
So
So
yeah.
yeah, he kills it with that, and that's what it's all about. It's just about like that's what got you working with him because you're like, I keep seeing this
Yeah, well, I'm
this
seeing
fucking
it,
guy.
and I'm like, all right. So I hit him up. I'm like, yo, I want to collab like on a beat or something. He was like, yeah, and then we did it like regularly, kind of like how you and I have been working.
Yeah.
Like we were doing it like almost every week for
So usually,
several weeks.
did you go to his place or you go to
Yeah,
your
I
place?
would just go to his place, cook up same exact thing we would do, and just.
I remember seeing you in videos, like you'd be
Really?
playing like keys and shit. Yeah, because again,
Was I following you at the time?
No, I don't think we really talked, but I just remember I would always because I was following Kamon. He would post like live videos.
Yeah, he would.
You'd be
would
in the
share shit
studio
too,
like
yeah.
laying keys down or
Yep.
something. I was like, oh, I gotta meet that guy. He's killing it.
Yeah, and then I heard about you working with Ken. You were doing. He was telling me you were doing a lot of his mixes earlier back in the day.
I don't do so. Ken said he knows me from high school, and I'm not even trying to like act like cool, like oh I don't even remember him, but like legit, I don't remember Kenny at all from high school.
Really?
Like, he said like we would hang out at like the break time. So I was also very high because there was like a break. You'd have like a 15-minute break in between like your classes and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So
gotcha.
I was very stoned for the majority of high school, so that probably had something to do with it.
Nice.
And I didn't go that much either, so between the two, it kind of makes sense. I don't remember him, but yeah, because I really only talked to like a few people. But he remembered me, and I think like sometime after high school, he noticed I was doing music, and he was like, "Hey man, like we should link up." And I was in the mirror program at the time, so I had him come through the studio, and he had like the fucking badass like studio experience. And we recorded on like a nice ass mic, and he was like, "Dude, this is legit." And then, since then he's followed me to all my bedroom studios and shit since. But like,
I'm sure that was it for him.
But that was a good like first impression. Like I brought him in like a badass studio, and
no, I know because like he said that he'd been doing like just the home shit, like where he'd just have his laptop, he just had a fucking USB mic.
Yeah, I remember when he started. I tried to like kind of help him get his setup.
Yeah,
it is. I'm still giving him pointers to
He's
this day.
Still got the same type of setup, which is funny. And
but the thing is, you don't need much more. He's got what you need.
No, I think what he needs to learn if he's trying to do more of his own stuff is, and I was trying to show him some stuff too. Just more about like just little mixing tips here and there. And, but
dude, it's as you know, it's a lot. It's deep.
Oh, it's a lot.
Like I've been doing this shit since I was 16. Like
that's longer than me, dude.
Producing shit on my laptop. The thing is, like I'm very impressed by you because you put stuff out too. Like you've been very good about like getting your name out there as well. Like not necessarily social media wise to the level that Kamon's on right now, but at least like releases. Like on I haven't checked your Spotify or whatever.
Yeah, I've got some stuff on Spotify.
You have like a pretty good amount of stuff. So
yeah, I started making like beats and I put out my first beat tape like it was like 2017 or early 2018, I think.
And you did it all yourself, like all the mix.
I did it all myself. I just taught myself how to do everything on FL Studio because that was like my favorite software and it still is my favorite software.
Dude, FL's legit.
Since I touched it, bro. Yeah.
Especially since like all the updates that they've had since. I mean,
it's amazing, dude.
It's a little. I was just talking to somebody about it because it's kind of interesting. You see all like how Ableton Live has been updating their stuff. And like I use Pro Tools, and Pro Tools literally hasn't changed in like they add little features from now and then, but it's been the same forever.
It looks like exactly the same.
It looks the same, yeah. So I mean, but it's interesting because FL, it's like this thing. It started off as like a drum machine, and then they just kind of kept adding more and more shit.
Yeah.
And now when you open it, if you didn't like use FL back then, it's like so for me, it's like so crazy because it's like just like shit. Like layered on top of like not shit in a bad way, but just like stuff layered on top of stuff. It's like,
dude, it looks like you're sequencing stuff on like a Roland like 808 or something.
It's like you because it still has that old school shit. They never got rid of it.
Yeah.
And I was talking to my buddy because he does like programming stuff, and he was saying it's like yeah, they can't get rid of stuff like that because there's people that are hardcore users that use it at the beginning that if they get rid of that, they'll be like, what the fuck? I love, and they're like, no, we're trying to make it better for you. But you can't even change hotkeys or anything. Cause once you have something that's out and people love it, like you kind of, as a developer, you're kind of stuck and you can build off of it, but you have to be very careful, what you do, how you do it.
Yeah, I think because they went from like they went like a did like a big overhaul when it was like so like FL11 and like I started on FL12, right? But FL11 was like it looked even more basic, but it was kind of similar
I think
than
that was the first one
FL12.
I tried to use.
12 had like a nice like upgrade
Or it
like
might have been
visual.
10. I think 10 was the first one I tried
Okay,
to
I've
use.
never even touched 10, but
I
I
didn't
had
have it on my computer. I was at
oh okay.
my buddy's house.
Yeah, somebody's house.
Shout out to Dan Bedore, Other Nature. He's got some sick
Dan
stuff
Bedore.
on SoundCloud. Dan Bedore, yeah.
Yo,
Oh yeah, shit. Let me hit this. But
hit that shit.
But yeah, dude, I couldn't get into it. And I downloaded Ableton, and then I got kind of started on Ableton. Ableton, I love Ableton.
Ableton confused the shit out of me, dude.
Really? I fucking think it's so intuitive and easy. The thing is, I'm just broke right now, so I have Pro Tools, and like I have to pay a monthly thing for Pro Tools, so I can't afford to have two. And my computer's not that powerful. So once I get a better computer, I want to do like streaming, and I want to have Ableton too, because I've missed so much shit on Ableton. But I can't get. I love Pro Tools like too. I really love Pro Tools. So like.
I mean, you used to it. You know how to navigate it. You're pretty,
Yeah.
you know.
But like I would
good,
never,
so.
I would not want to use Ableton for any type of like, I could mix on it no problem, but like audio editing, like for something like this, I mean not this I'm just gonna fucking upload or whatever, but
Gotcha. Yeah.
like anything like dialogue where you're trying to match it, like I've done a couple things like that for like video post production where I was trying to match dialogue or like chop a bunch of vocal takes up even. Pro Tools, I think, is the shit for that. Like tab to transient, fucking tab to region, like using all the little tools that they have.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It's fucking off the chain. But dude,
I mean, Pro Tools has definitely got.
It's got so many good things, but you're so limited in production aspect. Like Ableton, I just love how you can fucking open it up. You have a drum rack right here. You have a sampler right here. You can just literally drag a sample into something and they open up Simpler, which is their sampler. Like, right, it just does it for you.
Yeah.
The plugins in it are off the chain. Like Pro Tools, I've spent, I don't even know how much money on plugins. Like I have a bunch of waves.
It comes with nothing.
Comes with nothing. I got a bunch of waves.
And you get roped into this monthly like pay to play deal. It's like, what the hell, man? Yeah. And
my old thing I paid $200 and I had Pro Tools 10 for like up until like a few months ago. This is recently I just jumped to 12.
Oh, okay.
So, but I love 12. 12, the shit that they added really helps my workflow a lot. Like that, how I have it monitoring, but I don't always have it recording. You can listen. I forgot what it's called. It's like input monitoring. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So that way, like if we hear something, and I always have the punch record going. So if we can just play, and if we hear something, I'm like, oh shit, record that. And it's always been recording, but we've always been able to hear it. Like Pro Tools 10, I couldn't do that. I'd have to like have it record to be able to hear it, and it was really obnoxious. So,
gotcha.
Let me hit this because I've just been talking.
Fucking hit that shit, man. Because I'm trying to hit that.
I know you're just looking at me like, shut the fuck up.
No, you're good, man. No, it's funny you say that because I feel the same exact way about FL. And now I have FL20, which is the new edition, and like they kind of changed things up a bit more, and they added a lot of sounds. They added this cool new plugin called Flex, and it's just like it's like a synthesizer.
Yeah, Flex is sick.
Like just it's like a MIDI instrument that has so many different types, just packs and shit that you can buy, or there's free ones. But I love the way it's structured. I love just how visually intuitive everything is.
Do you do a lot of like the patching? Because that looks confusing.
I don't do patching. No, I mean. What I do is I like the way that they do the audio routing. Like if you want to route audio from one track to another track or like to a bus or, to just, do something like that. It's really like visually intuitive because you just have like a little arrow at the bottom and you just click from this track and you just go to this one.
But is that what I'm talking about?
It's like a little string.
It's a string. Yeah.
It looks like you're patching something.
It looks like you're patching. It looks like this. Like
I love that. It's so nice. They had this little visual things that just like, okay, I can see where it's going. For me at least, it works. I like it. For you, I think Ableton works for just maybe how your mind works. You know?
Well, on Pro Tools, you can do all the bussing and stuff, but it's just like a little, it's just a little tab by the output. So it's not as visual. Like thinking about it like that, I don't really. When I first saw the patching thing, it threw me off completely.
Really.
But now, when listening to you describe it, I'm like, oh, that kind of makes a lot more sense. Whereas you open this shit up, if I opened up somebody else's project, I would have to look at all the little individual buses. I couldn't just follow like a line, and be like, oh, this.
Yeah, you have to read. Whereas I like that it just shows you, like, okay, my
Yeah,
eyes can just follow easily
that's
where
nice.
this is going. When you first see it, when you first open up FL for the first time, it's like, huh?
I feel like they're all a little
It's
bit
a
like that.
little,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a little weird. Like
Shit.
that's how I felt about Ableton. Like I was just like, what the fuck is this? There's just so much like little. It's I think visually, like the visual aspect is important to me too, just because I'm so used to FL.
Always.
I'm like I'm spoiled with FL
Yeah.
because there's just so many little things
And the
going on. It's
visuals.
so hard to explain. You
No,
have to like
visuals make a
experience it.
big difference, man. Like I was
Like
just
it makes it fun. The whole process.
it
Is
does,
fun.
man. And I don't know how much you know about like the VST Massive.
I've heard about it and
Okay.
I've used it at my friend's place, but
It's kind of confusing, right? When you open that shit up, it's like
I just know
Serum.
that there's like libraries, right?
Yeah,
You
well,
open
yeah,
up
you
and
can use
shit.
the presets, but I'm just talking about making sounds like Serum. I
Oh,
downloaded Serum earlier this year too, and it's like I love how like visual it is. It's so easy for me to like just jump in there and make like a patch, and I'm like, you know, it's weird. Like my journey's been so strange because I've I started playing the drums, but then I also was like doing this at the same time. Like I kind of like it jumps back and forth. Like I've always kind of done the band shit ahead of all my production stuff, and then this year recently is like the first year where I was like, "Fuck, the band stuff is so stressful, and it's like so much dependent on other people." And
yep,
it's like, why
yep.
am I not just spending like all this energy on my production? Because I've always been like, I always felt like I had like a knack for it. Like I never really like put that much time into it, but I was always naturally just like
Mm-hmm.
able to make like good sounding stuff. And it's been a whole fucking journey this year, man. I went through like I was making like really like terrible shit for a while, and I was like, "What is going on?" Like I know I've been doing this for so long. Like what is going on? And I almost had to like reset and like start over from like just like
Sometimes you need a reset.
yeah. Like now I just like went back and now I just have this shit in my head where I'm like making a song. I'm like I just want to make something that like that I'm feeling, and like when I show like somebody like when I'm like hanging out with the boys or something, and I show
Yeah.
you guys like you guys are gonna be feeling like your shit that like I'm just gonna be vibing to, and like it's just helped me so much, and just
We get so into our head, and
yeah,
sometimes we have to just like kind of get out and experience like just okay, breathe, new environment, and then just kind of come back
come
and
back, yeah,
because you may have focused more on your production this year than the band stuff, but it doesn't mean that you're done with the band stuff.
oh
It just
no,
means that you're just
yeah,
focusing on this so that you can utilize this in the future when you go to do more band stuff, and then you have some creativity going on, then you have that knowledge to put that to use and
yeah.
boom,
I mean,
make some
I'm dude,
great
I'm
shit,
always
you know?
gonna. I'm in
Yeah.
a band right now with like my two best friends, and I'm always gonna play with them. The problem is like they both have like I mean, one of my best friends is fucking in love, and he's like met his soulmate, and he's probably gonna be with her forever, and he's
Yeah.
like still in
You
that
know how they are, like
still in that phase where
the
he just wants to
cupcake
spend
phase.
every second with
Yeah.
her.
Yep.
And then my other buddy is, a prison guard. And it's like,
That's a
or
busy life.
yeah, and it's dude, that's a
Like,
hard job. And
that's
it's
long
like,
hours.
and then he's got a girl too. So like when he's not working, he's got to spend time with his girl, and he's got to, take care of all the shit he's got to do because he's older too. It's like, I just recently started playing with this guitar player, and that's been kind of great. I mean, he's got a girl too, and he's also, much older, and so it's like there's always like obstacles. But the thing is, if you just invest in yourself, then any obstacle you run into, you can kind of be able to at least maneuver it yourself.
You could flow.
You can
Just
figure it
make
out.
work,
You can
yeah.
either or hire somebody else to figure it out, or you can you can figure
There's
something
ways.
out. There's ways.
Ways. You
Yeah,
can-
there's
you can-
ways.
Yeah.
So it's been nice. It's been great, man. I'm like having an awesome 2020. Everyone else is like, dude, it's been the worst year. I'm like, it's been great for me.
It hasn't. I mean, like it's been pretty shit, but it's also been good in ways too.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely been a growing experience and a growing. Just,
Man, I've lost friends,
Yeah.
changed job situation, and met new people, and I've just it's this year's been crazy. It's just up
I
and
think
down.
everyone can relate to that because like all
Yeah.
those things you said, I was like, check, check, check. Like, yeah,
Yeah, because
everything.
dude, some people were really switched up this year. Like I just
Yeah.
felt like people's true colors were really showing. I don't know what it
Most
is,
certainly.
and
It's dude, it's conflict, man.
yeah.
Conflict brings shit out. It's that 48 laws of power. If you murky water, get like murk the waters up or get the fish or something. Like I forget what the saying is, but it's
Okay.
like that's what this whole thing was. Like, dude, the waters were chill, and then coronavirus just like shook it all up, and now everyone's
Dude,
like, ah,
that's it, man.
losing
Shit
their
hit the
shit.
fan,
It
dude.
did
Like
shit like
March, for me at least, that's when like a lot of shit just boop,
yeah.
changed, man.
I
Lockdowns.
remember
And,
it was almost like it was like a switch got flicked because I was
yep.
hanging out at my best friend's house, and we were talking. We're like, yeah, man, if this shit happens, we're just gonna play music every day, and it's gonna be like, we're just gonna grind it out. We're gonna be like that band in the Titanic. When the Titanic was going down, they just kept jamming.
Oh my god.
And that didn't happen, obviously. So I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm gonna just keep jamming every day, and fucking find other people that are trying to fucking do it, and, So, but it's been great, man. It's like challenges bring out the best and the worst in people.
Yeah, it's funny because you wouldn't have actually hit me up unless you got invited over to hang out at Eric's. I think because I think that's what kind of maybe put the thought in your head or something.
Well,
I don't know.
like I said,
I could be wrong.
I when I first saw you jamming on fucking Kamon's video, like I don't know
Mhm.
when that was. I was like, oh, I gotta get together with that dude.
Mm.
And then obviously you had come to my house to play shows.
Yeah. Well, it was like did I perform at the? I was there for a couple house
I remember
parties,
you were
it's
on
true.
the stage while like they were performing. I don't know if you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
could-
I was up on the stage.
Yeah. Or
Yeah,
not
one
the
time.
stage, the end of the living room.
It was the perceived stage.
The perceived stage. We had lights. It was cool.
It was cool. Yeah, I'm not
man.
gonna lie.
I
mean,
want
it
to
was
do
a
more
small
shit
house,
like
but
that.
It worked.
In a bigger house, obviously, but
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, dude.
Or
But
like
there was a really good turnout for those parties, man. That's for sure.
Yeah, those are fun, man. Those are really fun. That was a fun ass time. That was just 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
A lot has changed.
I
since
literally
then,
had
yeah.
the like one of the greatest years of my life 2 years ago. And then this year's been great, but in other reasons, like it hasn't been as much fun. It's been a lot of grinding. There's been like fun times and like a lot of growth. But yeah, 2 years ago I had the most fun. It was just like living in a frat house, having parties like that every day.
Dude.
Like we literally we would just walk to the bar almost every night and just, I was like with like a different chick like almost every week. It was so great, dude. Yeah. Me and my best bud, we just it was just balling out for a year. So I want to go back to that kind of.
I bet, dude. Like,
but
who
at the
wouldn't?
same time, like I didn't get shit done musically that year, really,
It's a funny trade-off though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like you really like, your energy changes. And life circumstances change too, so it's almost like it just kind of goes with the times, So this year has definitely like been that growth year, and like more good music has come out this year for sure,
Yeah, man.
in the last couple of years.
I put out my first shit. I got another
Boom.
one. I got another few in the pipe. I'm like,
and you can literally upload as much music as you want
I
on
can.
fucking DistroKid now.
I feel so good. I feel like free.
It really is like a great deal.
And the thing is, dude, I listen to a lot of like the shit, like electronic stuff or even like other music. And I'm like, I always have that feeling like, oh, this is fucking dope, but I can make something like better. And now like I'm doing it. I'm like getting to that point. Like,
Yep.
I haven't put out anything yet that I'm like really, really feeling. The first one, I keep listening back and I'm like, damn, I wish I could have changed this and this about the mix, which I can still, but it's like, I'd rather just release something really good, and maybe go back and do that later.
Well, if you keep it up, man, you will eventually.
Yeah.
You will.
I'm getting there, man. It feels like
your
I'm getting
inner
there.
muse will cook up something nice.
Exactly. It's starting to become more of just like a, just flow, and I took kind of the hard route because I fucking bought this thing, and which is the Moog Matriarch, which is like, it's a crazy synthesizer just to try to like figure out. And it's like, this is a whole nother thing in itself, and then I downloaded Serum, and then that's a whole nother
its own
thing.
learning curve,
Yeah, it's like all these new things I'm learning. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah. Well, that's like me with like the video editing. That's been a whole other thing to take on,
Yeah.
other than just the music production. That's like, oh my God, because it's like, photography and, with like lighting and composition and just like the scene itself and just all this kind of stuff, right? And then, you've got then like the production aspect, learning the software and like how to like edit things, color contrasting and all this shit. Like just, oh my God, there's
fun.
a lot of stuff. So, but it's been fun,
Yeah.
I've been enjoying it. So,
and you're fulfilling a need for sure. Because like you
Yes.
said, you got people now producing more for the Palm Pack, but no one else is doing video stuff. So
I mean, I know like a few people who are doing it, and You know, and I think that's definitely what inspired me because it's like that we need to just do that because like what's stopping me? You know,
Yeah.
what is
That
stopping us?
that's what like Kmon, we were talking about Kmon earlier, how he's like constantly putting like videos out. Like that's what you guys need to be
And they're
doing
doing the
too.
photography and shit
Like,
too. You know, just
like
doing that shit
you
on
have
social
to
media
do
like
it.
consistently.
You
Yeah,
have to do it all yourself. That's the thing that people don't realize. It's a lot of
it's a
fucking
lot of
shit.
work.
It's
It's a lot of
so much
work.
stuff. And it's like the music shit alone is stressful because I want it always to be like so good.
Yeah,
And I'm like, before I release something, I've listened to it so many times that it's like I've lost complete perspective. You know, it's like
like you almost like have listened to it so much that you don't even like it
you don't.
anymore. You're just
No,
like,
it's
I'm
like
so done with this.
yeah.
Like,
Even if it was a good song, like
yeah,
even if it was a
that
song from
initial
like
feeling
somebody
is
you
gone.
love, like
Yeah,
listen to a song that you love 30 times and tell me you still like love that song after the 30th time.
yeah, no,
You know, it's
I
rough.
totally get
That's like
that. It's
torture,
so funny.
dude.
Like, it probably sounds like crazy to some people because they're not like music makers like that, you know. But that's just how it is, you know.
Crazy.
When you get like intimate with something that you made, that you created, you're gonna like judge it hard, and you're gonna probably hate it after seeing it or listening to it, whatever it is.
It's
Any kind
tough.
of art, you know,
Dude, it's
anything
tough.
you make. So
And that's the toughest thing too, because you have to be able to like it's really nice if you can to be able to like write a bunch of shit and then step away and kind of come back. Like kind of like how we've been doing with the production and shit we've been doing, how we like produce some stuff and then we walk away,
you've taught me a
come
lot
back.
about being patient with
It's nice. The
tracks,
thing
man.
is like I'm not patient. Like I want it all to be done, you
I
know.
mean, yeah, no, I get it.
But it's like,
Totally,
you
you
know,
know, but just how we sort of just like, you know, we don't even always meet up every single week, you know, but every week it's like make something new, work on something at the
yeah.
same time, whatever.
Eventually we're gonna have shit done.
I mean, yeah, but
I
there's
mean,
no like
we got
pressure to
two in the
like get
pipe.
something done
No,
now.
no, yeah, we got two in the pipe
We
that
got
we're
some great shit
really
already.
happy with. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
and if we get vocalists on it, then they're gonna be like complete songs, and
Yeah.
that's
We
gonna be
just got to
really
hit up
cool.
people, and I got to look for people to get on some these tracks, man.
It's just got to be good. Like that's the thing. We just had to have a real high standard, and like it could be anybody, but as long as they freaking like nail it, you know. And then we could be like putting out like killer ass, you know, songs, and people are like, "Who's that?" It's like, "Oh, it's a
Dude,
production duo
I
that's
think
doing it."
for
You know?
me, it's like the hard part is like, how do we get new fans? How do we get new people to see this? Because I post shit on my social media, but I feel like it doesn't really get like the
Doesn't get
views
anywhere.
and shit.
Yeah,
And it's just like, do
yeah.
people
That's
even care?
no,
You know?
they
So it's
don't.
like, how do you get people that are possibly going to be interested to like see this and, want to like, okay, look it up and listen
Yeah,
to shit
if
or do
that's like a
more?
marketing thing, you gotta like find a target audience. You know, figure out what your target audience is. So it's like, and then find a way to get your stuff to them because you're right. Like you just post on social media, it's just kind of like all the people you know, and it's like some of the people you know are your
Yeah, it's like
target
some new
audience,
people that you may have met
and
or
somebody you
networked
might have
with. Yeah.
met. Yeah.
But
The main way is like just doing shows and like networking and like that kind of thing, like locally, and then like you just got to build off of that until you can kind of like until you know everyone locally, and then you kind of go to the next level. Like that's like the grassroots approach, you know, kind of like grow
mm,
up. But like social media now, you have a ability to get your word out. Thing is just like getting out there. Like you got to like pay for the marketing and stuff, and put a little bit of money
gotta
towards it.
invest.
Cause
Yeah.
yeah, cause you guys could come out with like a cool video, and you guys could like spend some money on like putting it out there,
Mm-hmm.
and then you would bring in like new fans and stuff. But that's the only real way to get
Yeah.
it out there.
So yeah, because the social media they got the ads. They got ways you can. Because I would be seeing like I just scroll on Instagram,
You
bless you,
see people all
and
the
just see
time.
random people's like music or videos or
And
whatever.
everyone, I mean, most of the time you probably ignore it, but every once in a while you probably watch them.
Well, yeah, because I
And if it
mean
was
you hear a little
good,
bit of as a little snippet of
yeah.
it as you're
And if
going
it's really
by.
good, you'll probably take a second. Like,
Yeah, but it's gotta be like eye
it's gotta
catching.
be catchy. It's gotta be really good. So
Yeah.
that's where I'm at. I haven't showed it to you, but I have like this real cool like lo-fi beat that I made, and I found a dude on Fiverr that's gonna like make like some like cool animation, not animation, but like taking animated videos and like chopping it up to it, basically.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking
So
of Fiverr,
yeah,
I'm
that shit
actually
is
on
sick.
Fiverr now.
Are you?
Yes, I have a Fiverr account and
How's it
I
been
have a
going?
couple of gigs on there. So one is I'll make like a hip hop or like a chill like lo-fi beat for you. and the other one is, I'll make like some cover art for you.
Dope.
What
so about video stuff? You should probably get.
I'm gonna probably add some stuff for videos too. Yeah. I want to just like get like some good videos together that I can just like post so that people can see like just what they look like. And I'm not trying to be like super expensive because my shit is just kind of minimal. But if somebody needs something simple done that they can't do themselves, boom.
It's a great site.
Yeah, so look, if you guys need like any chill beats, hip hop, lo-fi, just like boom bap, or do you need like cover art, or if you guys need any just simple video work done, for like YouTube or anything like that, look up Jolly Green Productions on Fiverr.
Killing it.
Boom.
Killing it with the freaking
Had to plug.
I love it. I love it. Jolly's,
well, I'm glad that you brought it up because I just remembered.
Professional out here. It's killer.
Shit, man, trying.
So I mean, are you comfortable talking about the little honey that you brought to the show? Because I kind of want this to be a little bit of like a podcast about love and relationships.
Really, dude? You know what's funny is I'm actually supposed to be hanging out with her later this evening.
Hey, yeah, that's awesome, man.
She's actually.
I was a little surprised. I was like,
you were surprised that I brought.
Because you never well, I guess I never talked to you ahead of time, but you never like talked about it or anything. And then I was like,
well, I mean, because we haven't really hung out much.
Was that the first time?
Well, no, it wasn't the first time. The first time we hung out, we kind of went to the pier downtown. We just kind of walked around and just.
Dang.
Yeah,
that's a great date.
I mean, shit, it's just walking and talking because, I don't. Normally I would like take a girl out to go get something like to eat or something, but sometimes it's awkward and shit. You don't know what to say. And
I think the pier's a good move.
Yeah, it seems like scenery and whatnot.
Seems like you guys are like very just like comfortable around each other.
She's very chill, like and we've talked like just texting and stuff, and just we kind of have like similar interests and beliefs and whatnot. So just we just kind of clicked easy, I guess. I don't know, just easy to hang out with and talk to.
Dude, that's the number one quality. Yeah, I always say it's like likability. Just try to be like
just natural and comfortable.
Yeah, man. It's like I don't know what it is, but it's hard to find girls now that are like just likable. It's like a lot of them are just like they're like I don't know.
Some are annoying, man.
It's just annoying.
I'll be honest, bro. Just annoying. I mean, I'm not saying I'm like Mr. Perfect or whatever the hell, but
no, I'm not perfect either. But it's like I don't know what planet. Some of these chicks, I'll like meet them at the bar, and they're just like I don't know. It's just like there's no like easy to talk to. It's like I'm like doing all the work.
It's a pretty face, but what's underneath? It's like is there substance? Like I don't know if whatever if that's the right word, but it's like
no, I think
if there's not something there where you're just not even really feeling it. It's just I don't know
like that likability thing. She seemed very just like chill and likable, and it's like that's just nice. That's just nice that it's like no drama.
Yeah.
No like extra stuff. It's just
and she said that she liked you guys. She's like your friends are wild or whatever. And I was like,
that's good.
Well, I mean they are. We're just ourselves. Just like all unique and shit.
Dude, that's what I like about the crew. Everyone is very unique in compact. I mean, Kenny, since I've known him, he's always been like a very dude, he's like Kenny. Legit like a comic book character to me.
I don't understand Ken, but like I don't understand Eric either sometimes. If we're just all like.
But let's talk about Ken, because the last time I was over there, I don't know if he's comfortable with me like telling people this, but he's got like just a ton of nutcrackers. I didn't even know that about him.
Dude, it's so funny because he's like my dad. My dad loves nutcrackers. Like this man loves nutcrackers.
It's so strange.
No, like they're actually really cool.
I know.
They're really
enjoy
cool.
it. I was laughing the whole time while him and his mom and his sister we were like going through all the ones like, what the fuck is this nutcracker? And they're all broken.
You were there for that?
Oh yeah, dude, I was there for like, it was like before you guys showed up. It was 20-minute. It was so funny and so entertaining. We were late
because I think we were getting food or some shit.
I should have filmed it because I would love to just be able to recount that.
That sounds great.
And they're all the funniest thing. They're all the nutcrackers are like broken, and Kenny's like, yeah, dude, half the fun with nutcrackers is like repairing them. And like one of them's got like a ninja sword in his hand.
Oh my god, I love Ken.
Yeah.
No, he's great.
Dude, great.
He's
dude.
great. Like he really is just like something else. And then and then he's got the comic book. You know, he has the Red Talon comic book
Yeah,
series,
man.
and it's just like that's so cool. Like that he's got that under his belt. You know,
Shout
like
out
a
to
whole team of people working on that shit.
yeah.
Man.
Shout out to Kai Ken doing
Dude,
it all.
fucking Kai Ken, the founder.
The founder. He needs to change his name already.
Dude, yeah, no, he needs
Legit.
because right now he's like Kai Ken,
It's
the
Kai
Reaper.
Ken. No,
First
Kai
he was
Ken
Kai
the
Ken,
founder.
but Kai Ken, the founder,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's legit.
That's the founder.
That's the next level.
Dude, I really
That's
hope
like
the
Super
guys hear
Saiyan.
this
Like
shit.
he's leveled up now. He's like the founder now.
Dude, that's it, man.
He started off as Kid Kenner, and now he's the fucking founder.
That's it, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's crazy. And then then you got Eric, who's I mean, he plays what? He plays guitar. He plays horn.
Man's like a fucking. He's almost a lyrical genius.
Plays drums.
Bro. Like he's really getting there.
Yeah. I had him in here, and it was really cool to watch him kind of work because he he had written some stuff, but a lot of it he kind of just came up with, and yeah, man, it was like it's stuff. A lot of it you got to like listen to a few times, and you're like, whoa.
Dude, I know because you won't even catch things. It's like you're almost hearing the flow.
I had to like look
That's
up.
impressive, but then the flow, there's the lyrics within and the literary devices or whatever it is that the metaphors, whatever it is.
Yeah, I had to like look up.
It's just
the line because like he's got the line in the song that I released, and I had to look up some words. I was like, what the fuck does this mean?
What was it?
I can't remember right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm like a couple bong hits deep. I'm not. But yeah, no, I had to look. I remember looking it up, and I'm like, oh shit. He's like, this is like talking about some political shit. This is like exactly what like the vibe I'm on. Perfect. Like, okay. Because at first I was unsure. I was like, is he just saying words? You know, like.
I don't know.
Did you ever like think about that when you listen to like some rappers? You're like, are they just saying like, because especially if you rhyme a big word,
that, yeah, but
mostly it's like if you rhyme a big like complex word, you're like, hold on, I don't even know what that word means. Did that make sense? And then you look it up and you're like, oh shit, that's a dope bar.
Well, sometimes I hear something, I think it's this word or that word, and then it's totally a different word. I'm just like, wow, why did I hear it like that?
Yeah.
Like I'm just.
Yeah, especially with like pop songs.
It's like some people I feel like really can hear like stuff really well, and I'm just like, what the fuck are they even saying? Like, shit, man. You know, I have to like really like listen hard. But
yeah,
no, man. I think that sometimes that can happen, but I think with Eric's music, like I've listened to a lot of his tracks that there's a lot of stuff that isn't even released that you haven't heard, and oh my god, dude, there's just so much. Like deep personal stuff that like I connect with, and so that's what like I saw in him. I see his talent is there, that he's able to really like convey a lot in this amount of time and just make it all work together and flow. And it's just like, wow, what the fuck, it blows me away. And then Ryan,
hold on, wait, I just want to say one more thing about Eric.
Okay,
he's got such a very unique energy too.
Yeah, no, he's almost kind of like this wiry, like energetic kind of person. He's just like, he's very like, friendly and just kind of like, happy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it was interesting. Like, cause I remember him coming over to like some of the first parties that Kenny and I would have at his like mom's place or like or at like the apartment that we had together. And like Eric was like always around, and it was just always like a very unique energy. And he's come to like a bunch of my shows, I think, in like past bands and stuff. I just remember like he's always just been. He was at I think the 4th of July show that I played with like my girlfriend in like 2016 or something. So like I don't know. He's always kind of been around, and he's always had like a unique energy that like once you meet Eric, you kind of never really can forget, because he's so like unique in that aspect. You're just like, whoa.
It's so funny. The first time I actually met Eric, it was actually we were both working in Bite Squad, and we both met up to deliver. We were picking up pizza from this one place. It's called Astra Pizza. It's over on like 16th Street and something, but we just like met up, and he was like, oh hey, what's up, and we just like introduced ourselves, whatever. And because the drivers, if you meet up at a restaurant, you do that for some time, you have to wait or whatever.
Yeah, you guys are both doing the same
and he
shit.
was just chill. And then the next time I saw him was literally 2018. It was fucking at the Paper Crane show when I met all of Palm Pack, and like it was like, yo, we recognized each other instantly. So it was it was crazy.
So that's the Paper Crane show. What was that? What was the deal with that? Was that like a no
that was when I met.
show?
That was when I met the guys. That was. Do you know Justin Dragato?
Sounds familiar.
Okay, well, he went to Mira. We
Okay.
were in a Mira class together, and he was throwing this party. It was like this Halloween party and show at Paper Crane, and so he invited me, and he knew Palm Pact, I guess. So he invited he knew like Eric or Ken, so they got invited. So they all went out, and um, oh my God, it was like a bunch of people. It was like one of the best show experiences I ever went to because it was such
Sick.
like a local experience. There were
Yeah,
so many
Paper
local
Crane was
rappers that
dope,
went
man.
and fucking performed.
Good. All right. So we ran into some technical difficulties there, but so yeah, back to what we were saying, the Paper Crane show.
Oops.
Yeah.
All right. So I went and like immediately I get there and I pull up and I'm walking in the front door and like Justin's there, but like over to the side, there's this guy just chilling, just like by the wall, and he's rolling a fucking blunt, and he just like looks at the blunt, looks at me, and he's like, "You want to smoke this?" Basically, like it was just conveyed in that moment. I'm like, "Yes." So I went off with him. We smoked it, and then all of a sudden, like this group of guys comes up, and they're just like all wearing their costumes and shit, and they're all like, whatever. Everybody's looking funny and shit, and like I just meet them and like find out they're Palm Packed, and like I'm just showing them like my shit, like some beats and stuff. But anyways, so I saw them perform, and I had other
Oh, they
people I
performed
knew
at the
there
show?
too. They performed at that
Oh,
show.
dope.
They had like a long set, and they just performed like every single one of them. They did like group songs. They did individual shit. It was so fucking lit that night, man. It was amazing.
I missed that
It was
place.
like cheap alcohol, just
Yeah.
like fucking, oh my God, super just local, just
Dude,
underground
Paper
type
Crane
shit.
was dope, man. There were so many dope venues
Yeah,
like that.
I haven't been back since.
They're gone. It's closed.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
well, really, it's closed?
Yeah, my buddy like lived there.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
they closed it all. They shut it down.
Damn.
The fire marshal came and shut it all down.
Shit.
Yeah, because they were. I don't know if you remember. Towards the end, they were doing like more EDM shit, and I think some idiot.
Yeah, I don't know.
Some idiot posted something about like selling drugs there. That's just what I heard.
Oh,
so.
fuck.
Yeah, because I was living right down the street from there, so we would stop in from
Of course,
time
people
to
have
time.
to do some dumb shit.
I know, like, don't put that shit on Facebook. Like,
Come on,
people
man.
know if you're going to a rave.
Just
People
not
already know.
thinking straight,
You don't need to tell everybody. Like everyone already knows. Like
I don't know, man.
the second I got to Lost Lands, we parked. There was a guy like, "Hey, do you fucking need anything?" Like you don't need to tell everybody. Like it's already there. But
Well, no, it was a great show. I'm glad that we all went because it was meant to happen. I was meant to
Yeah.
meet those guys there. My friend Just Jason, he's also another fucking talented ass artist. He lives in Tampa and he produces all his shit. And like he went and performed there that night too, and it was just like it was an amazing night. Just like that's like some true like networking experience, like that shit like organically like growing, and just I mean, if I had met them, I'd be on a totally different direction right now. We may not even be talking right
yeah,
now at all.
because you're right. Because like we really
know?
connected when I went over to chill that one time. You were like, "Yeah, we should
That's
get
it.
and work together."
Everything led up to this moment, dude. Right now,
And now we're
so
here.
we're
And
here.
we should probably wrap it up so we can actually get some shit done today.
Dude, yeah,
besides
do
just
some music,
talking.
man.
But this has been cool.
No, dude, I like this. It's been a long time since I've done a podcast.
Yeah, this is the first one. So, I mean, I'll probably have you on like maybe the 10th or the 100th one or something. Who knows? So,
Shit. All right, man.
I'll have you back. This won't be the last time,
All right, cool.
but I'm sure we'll have.
Well, I'm glad I was here for the first one.
Yeah, man. The first ever guest. I should come up with like a trophy or something. But
A trophy.
ta-da!
Well, again, my name is Jolly Green. You can look me
Jolly
up on
Green.
Instagram at Jolly Green _ 2021, and yeah, I'm on Facebook too. Look me up.
Jolly Green.
Boom,
Look 'em
boom.
up.
Boom, boom.
Killer dude.
All right.
And as always, I am KRSPO. You can find me KRSPO Music. It's on all the socials and stuff. And yeah, look me up on
Socials.
some music, the music sites, Apple Music,
That's
Spotify.
it. Get
all that stuff.
listening.
Yeah, get listening. All right, we're gonna get to work. And thank you for listening.
Peace.
Peace.